It was nice to feel the warmth that showered across her face. April took a moment to just let the sun cleanse her shadowed thoughts, purifying her mind. With a happy sigh, she straightened while raising her hands above her. She stretched and moaned in pleasure. After feeling that, it just demonstrated how much she needed such a moment. Even though it hadn't even reached noon for the day, April felt like she had been far more productive compared to previous days. She cracked her neck as she enjoyed the feeling of her arms stretching towards the bright sky. Lowering her hands, April looked at the flower again. "I hope you don't mind," she asked the flower before pulling off one of the leaves. She happily ate the leaf, which was slightly sweet in flavor. "I like the fact that the leaves taste different with each plant," April thought to herself. It wouldn't be easy to get bored and want something new with a different taste. Though she did enjoy the food available at stores and restaurants, April rarely tried to sneak into a location with how things were. On top of the supplies often having spoiled, making them inedible, survivors often thought the same thing, that stores would present an opportunity to gain food to eat. Running into a person wasn't smart in a normal circumstance. Encountering someone trying to feed themselves, not even thinking about the likelihood that such a person was also connected to other survivors, made such a situation materially more dangerous. Walking over to a stalk of tall, wild grass, April picked off some of it. Sticking it into her mouth, April casually walked deeper into the field. Fortunately, the tall grass would make it easy to conceal her, which April preferred. She thought about predators stalking their prey, using the environment to help camouflage them to avoid detection. This was also used by prey to avoid being found by something hoping to eat them. April felt far more akin to something trying to avoid encountering a predator that thinks of her as being on the menu. Even if survivors would treat me well, any location of any significant size would only attract danger to itself, April sighed. As her hand grazed past the wild grass, she giggled. "I don't mean you. All of you take care of me and try to keep me safe." She imagined the plants being anxious about her thoughts and attempting to cheer her up. It was the reason why she couldn't be depressed for too long, feeling as though there were many wishing her to be happy and well. Each time they brushed against her skin, April imagined how they'd be comforting her. In the field, there wasn't as big of a concern with getting more to eat. The grass would grow much faster compared to the trees regaining their leaves. This meant that she could not be as careful when snapping off the grass to eat. Unfortunately, the grass didn't provide as much as the leaves from the trees. Can't be complaining when that's the situation, April told herself. They're also doing the best that they can to help me out. So, how would they feel if they believed I wasn't grateful? She made sure not to voice it out, so the grass wouldn't be able to hear. She made her way through the field. Occasionally, April would get some grass and eat it. The wind blew across the top of the field, making the wild grass happily sway. Seeing the movement flow across the top, April was reminded of water from a lake or the ocean. Thinking of the oceans and lakes she'd seen made a part of her wish to travel towards them again. Her nose twitched when she smelled something that was carried by the breeze. She turned in the direction from where it originated, recognizing the scent.